Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, the Armchair Grump. We're going to be cracking some packs today. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of those channels that, oh my god, we're going to crack some packs and we're going to look for this, then that, and that. Oh, no, no. First of all, I didn't pay for these packs, and I suggest you don't pay for packs either. I did see in the store now, I don't know how long they've been doing this, since I haven't played Arena in a little while. You can buy wild cards now. I have, it says a limit of 10. I really suggest you don't buy anything, to be fair. Until they introduce things like trading or being able to turn your uncommons and commons to higher rarity, even if it's like, 10 commons for an uncommon or 20 commons for an uncommon, something. I just suggest you don't pay for them. The fact that when you buy a physical pack of magic cards, just like Pokemon, you don't get the exact same cards in digital, something like that. Yeah, I don't know why they don't do that. So I suggest you don't do that. I'm actually just opening these packs because I have them. I too have that itch to crack packs. So I like to watch people opening packs to kind of scratch that itch. So that's kind of what this video is. Plus, I haven't even looked at what's in these new sets. So we're going to be actually looking at what we're getting here. So I've got 10 of March of the Machine, 13 of Phyrexia, all will be one, and we've got some more here. I think I've got 24,000 coins here. I was thinking of trying to get some more for do some limited play, but we only almost have enough, but I don't want to. I mean, I'm never going to get to 90,000. So let's go ahead and buy. Now remember, this is everything from just playing, from free to play. I really suggest that you just don't buy packs. They're not honestly not worth it. I mean, if you do buy packs, just really make sure that you're using money that you can really spend. But I really suggest you don't. They really should be introducing what Pokemon does, and you buy a physical pack, you get, because then you're still like it really incentivizes you to buy physical packs to get those packs on Arena. I mean, it would incentivize me. Archangel Elspeth packs here. Now I don't know what I want to buy. Do we want to buy March of the Machine? I mean, we could do 10 mythic packs and 10 regular packs. I wish there was an information on what a mythic pack is. It just a guaranteed mythic? I'll be honest, I don't know what I need. What the heck? We'll go ahead and get this. Claim. And this. Cool. And then we got what looks like gold packs. Well, I'll save those for later. So we're going to start by opening these March of the Machines. These are the mythics, it looks like. Let's go ahead and do this. Now, I guess the point of this really is for anybody that, well, I just like cracking packs. Cracking packs is just fun. It always has been. That smell of the cards, excited about what's coming in the packs. The only time I get them now is my family gets packs of cards for me for... Oh, you can get the alternate arts in these? Cool. So I have not... I haven't looked at this set at all. I haven't looked at any of the sets recently, actually, so this is completely new to me. Let's see, Botanical Brawler. Green-white. Rare. Green-white enters the battlefield with 2 1/1 counters. Trample whenever 1 or more 1/1 counters are put on another permanent. If it's the first time a 1/1 counter has been put on that permanent this turn, put a 1/1 counter on Botanical Brawler. Okay, so counter theme. And this obviously looks like it's the one of the centaurs from Ravnica. Raph, Weatherlight Stewart. Human Wizard. I like the art on this one. I like the glass window stuff. What is that symbol, though? It doesn't look like it's from the same set. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you may tap 2 untapped creatures you control. If you do, draw a card. 3 white creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain vigilance till end of turn. Unseal the Necropolis. Each player spells 3 cards. Each player mills 3 cards. Then you return up to 2 creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. Invasion of Zendikar. 4 mana. When Invasion of Zendikar enters the battlefield, search your library for 2 basic land cards. Put them on the battlefield tapped and shuffle. Vigilance Haste. As long as Awakened Skyclave is on the battlefield, it's a land in addition to its other types. Add 1 mana of any color. Uncommon. Or is that a common? Common wild card. Burning Sun's Fury. Convoke. Up to 2 target creatures each get +2/+0. Important Tracker. Untap target land. Choose target battle. If an opponent protects it, remove a defender counter from it. Huh? If an opponent protects it, remove a otherwise put a defense counter on it. Activate only sorcery. Oh, okay. So it's saying if it's currently on an opponent's side and they're protecting it, remove. I don't know why it says just remove, either remove a counter or add a counter. Just your choice. Otherwise, put a defense counter on it. Activate only as a sorcery. Okay. This one looks interesting. This one looks interesting. There is a green-white counter deck. Ooh, Ogre Demon Dragon. Hidetsugu and Kairi. 5/4 for 5 flying. When Hidetsugu and Kairi enter the battlefield, draw 3 cards. Then put 2 cards from your hand atop your library in any order. So you get to Brainstorm. When Hidetsugu and Kairi dies, exile the top card of your library. Target opponent loses life equal to its mana value. If it's an instant or sorcery card, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. Interesting. Ogre, Demon, Dragon. It's a combination of 3 cards. Ogre, Demon, Dragon. So the dragon in the background and then the Ogre Demon thing up front. 5/4 for 5 with flying. That's interesting. I'd like to see that card. Legendary creature. Alright, next pack. There is a rare wild card. I like that I'm getting these. This is cool. Cool alternate art cards. Rada, Coalition Warlord. 4 mana, 2 red-green. Legendary creature, Elf Warrior, Domain. When Rada Coalition Warlord becomes tapped, another target creature you control gets +X/+X till end of turn, where X is the number of basic land types among lands you control. Okay. Elspeth's Smite. Instant. Deals 3 damage to target attacking a blocking creature. If that creature would die this turn, exile instead. That's not bad. Cut Short. Convoke. Destroy target planeswalker that was activated this turn or tapped creature. Interesting. I mean, the Convoke makes it interesting. I could see this. No, it's got tapped creature. There's probably better pauper cards. Harried Artisan. Haste. Transform, Harried Artisan, activate only as a sorcery, Flying Haste. If this costs 2, if it was like a 2/2 for 2 with haste, with the activation, I can see this being decent. But 2/3 for 3 with haste. Coming in hot. Target creature gets +1/+0 and gains first strike till end of turn. Scry 1. Golden Scale 4/5. Backup 1. Flying. When this creature enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. If that's another creature, it also gains abilities printed below this one until end of turn. It also gains flying until end of turn. Okay. Windscarred Crag. It's just, gain a life. Comes to end tap. Red, white. Ooh, we got a mythic. Sword of Once and Future. Artifact equipment. Creep creature gets +3/+3. +2/+2 and its protection from blue and from black. Cost 3. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, surveil 2. Then you may cast an instant or sorcery spell with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that spell would be put into your graveyard, exile it instead. Ooh. The free cast from your graveyard, mana value 2 or less. I can see this being a good sword. I mean, it requires... I mean, you get to surveil 2, and then it requires stuff in your graveyard. So it's not the same as, like, some of the other ones that directly, like... But it's pro-blue, pro-black. Some of the other ones that, like, lightning bolt and draw you a card or something like that. But the fact that you get to actually recur other cards, I can see this being really good. We got a rare. An extra rare. Cool. Progenitor Exarch. Phyrexian Cat Cleric. Alright. XX white for a 1/2. When Phyrexian Exarch enters battlefield, incubate 3 times X times. Transform target incubator token you control. Incubate 3. Create an incubator token with 3 1/1 counters on it. To transform this artifact into a 0/0 Phyrexian artifact creature. Create incubator token with 3 1/1 counters on it. So the 3 means... So it has 3 1/1 counters on it. Okay, incubate 3 X times. So if you pay 3, you get 1 token that has 3 1/1 counters on it. And then you can either pay 2 to transform it or tap this transform and then transform target incubator token you control. That's interesting. This might do well in a token deck. Like my commander deck. It's a mana sink. Now, there's nothing else that can well, they can transform themselves. You pay 2 to transform them. It just allows you to tap and transform them as well. Mirror Shield Hoplite. Vigilance. Whenever a creature you control becomes the target of a backup ability. Copy backup ability? What the fuck? Copy that ability. You may choose new targets for the copy. This ability triggers only once each turn. What the heck is a backup ability? Is this some new keyword? This must be a new keyword. Whenever a creature you control becomes the target of a backup ability, it doesn't say what it is over here, like backup. Of a backup ability. I'll have to look that up. I don't know what a backup ability is. Urn of Godfire. 1, pay 2 to add a mana of any color. What do you call it? To filter mana. 6, tap sack, God of Fire, destroy target creature or enchantment. Lithomantic Barrage. 1 red sorcery. The spell can't be countered. Barrage does will damage to target creature or planeswalker. It deals 5 damage instead if that target is white and or blue. That's not bad for a sideboard card. Crystal Carapace. 3 in a green. Enchantment Aura. Enchant creature. Enchant creature gets +3/+3 and has ward 2. Cycling 2. Not at that cost. Another cut short. And Thornwood Falls. So we got one. I mean, we're getting double out of this. Oh, that's cool. I love that art. Really good art. Barbara Rosiak. Teysa Karlov. Legendary creature, human advisor. 4 mana. If a creature dying causes a triggered ability or permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. Creature tokens you control have vigilance and lifelink. Isn't this a reprint? I think this is a reprint. Is that what these are? Is this symbol? I think that symbol on the right is reprints, isn't it? From the older sets. That might be what they are. I'm not sure though. If a creature dying causes a triggered ability, a permanent you control the trigger. If a creature dying causes a trigger ability, a permanent you control the trigger. That ability triggers an additional time. Creatures tokens you control have vigilance and lifelink. I mean, I don't have a use for it right now, but I love the art. Obviously, love the rare. A double rare. I'll never. I mean, I won't scoff at a double rare. Uncommon, common. Another Progenitor Exarch. Dexos, blessed by the sun, equal to your devotion to white. Whenever another creature you control enters the battlefield or dies, you gain 1 life. This one I've seen before. Yeah, so these are this symbol. They're from other sets. But it looks like look in the background. There's like this weird Phyrexian creature on the left side. Weird. It's like the art is different. Like there was like signs or something in the background. Burning's Sun Fury. Convoke up to 2 target creatures. Each get +2/+0 and gain haste. Sunblessed Guardian. 1 and a white. 5 and Phyrexian mana. Oh, that's a red. Red or 2 life. Activate only as a sorcery. The fact that it activates as a sorcery, that's really annoying. The fact that you have to pay 6 mana, why can't you do it at instant speed? I really hurts when things are at... It would feel like the flip side of a card would really have to be really powerful to do it at sorcery speed. I can't remember. The dragon that flips... Nicobolus that flips into a planeswalker. Which I don't even think flips at sorcery speed. I think you can do it instant speed, but I'm not positive. But, like, an uncommon, like, why can't you do it at instant speed? The other side's not that powerful. Whenever Furnace, and it just lets you do, I mean, it allows for fun interaction, but whenever Furnace plus Conqueror attacks, create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of it. Put a 1/1 counter on that token for each 1/1 counter on Furnace plus Conqueror. Sacrifice that token at the beginning of the next end step. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. So it's supposed to be kind of part of a token, not a token, a counter strategy. Fighting Gorilla, 2 in a black, flying, flitting the gorilla, not fighting, flitting. It's a fairy rogue. Flitting Gorilla dies. Each player mills 2 cards. Then you may exile Flitting Gorilla. When you do, put target creature or battle card from your graveyard on top of your library. Coming in hot. Target creature gets +1/+0 and gains first strike. I have this in paper. Same thing, yeah. It seems like there's like Phyrexian stuff in the background for the art. Like they were, you know, like it shows them hunting or they were fighting. Like they've been fighting the Phyrexians or something. It's interesting. It's, you know, like it was a hidden secret or something in the background. I don't know. It's kind of cool. Like it was hidden there. I like how the stars align and show a Phyrexian thing. Corruption of Tawashi. Enchantment for 4 and a blue. When a corruption of Tawashi enters the battlefield, incubate 4. Whenever a permanent you control transforms, or a permanent enters the battlefield under your control transformed, you may draw a card. Do this only once each turn. Or a permanent you control transforms, or a permanent enters the battlefield. Huh. Okay. I mean, it's an interesting card. I mean, the fact that you get to incubate 4, and then the transformations allow you to draw a card, but it only triggers once a turn. Thunderhead Squadron, 5 and a blue, convoke flying. That could be an interesting pauper card. Collective Nightmare, 2 in a black, instant, convoke, target creature gets -3 till end of turn, convoke. I like that Convoke's making a comeback in this set. Sunder the Gateway, 1 and a white. I was like, Convoke. Choose 1, destroy target non-token artifact. Or enchantment, non-token artifact. Well, that sucks, because none of the none of the incubate stuff. Or enchantment, and opponent controls incubate 2. Oh, that's why. Incubate 2, then transform an incubator token you control. Okay. Interesting. Sideboard card. Unless it's part of an incubator deck, I guess. Preening Champion, 2 in blue. When Preening Champion enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 blue and red elemental creature token. Core Hellbrid. Artifact. Sorry, not Hellbrid. Hellbird. 1 white artifact equipment. Creature gets +1/+1 and has vigilance. Equip 1. That's not a bad equipment. It's a pauper. It's not like super powerful, but 1 white, pay 1 equip, +1/+1 in vigilance, and it stays on the field usually if the creature dies. No, I'm so stupid. Sorry, I missed that rare. I wasn't thinking. I wish you could go back, like go to the previous pack. Jury Master. Actually, we can check something out real quick. I think I know how to figure it out. Jury Master. It was a black card, I think. Jury Master of the Review. So are all I think these are all reprints, correct? I'm not sure though. Some of these cards I don't know. Black and red. Legendary Creature, Human Shaman. I like the art. The art on these are great though. I like the style. Legendary Creature, Human Shaman. Whenever you sack a permanent, put a 1/1 counter on Jury Master the Review. Of the Review, when Jury dies, it deals damage equal to its powered any target. This works kind of like the there's like a Dreadhorde skeleton or something, but that when you deal damage to a player, then you put 1/1 counters on it. But this is when you sack. Furnace Reigns, but when it dies, it deals damage to any target. Furnace Reigns, 2 and a red. Gain control target creature till end of turn. Untap that creature until end of turn. It gains haste. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player or battle, create a treasure token. That's a pretty good one. Free treasure tokens. Disturbing Conversion. That is disturbing. 1 in the blue. Turns into a whole bunch of eyes. Flash. Enchant creature. When Disturbing Conversion enters the battlefield, each player mills 2 cards. Enchanted creature gets -X, -O, where X is the number of cards in his controller's graveyard. I see that being not bad for like a mill deck. Herbology Instructor, especially if it's like mono blue mill. Herbology Instructor. Also, it's in Pauper. It's common, so interesting Pauper card. Herbology Instructor, 1 in a green. When Herbology Instructor enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life. Okay, I like that. 1/3, and then 6 and Phyrexian Black. Transform it only as a sorcery. Turns into a 3/3. When this creature transforms into Malady Invoker, target creature an opponent controls gets -X till end of turn, where X is Malady Invoker's power. The cost is ridiculously high. 6 and a Phyrexian mana? To turn it into a 3/3? Like, I would think that would cost 5. Like, I know they wanted to... I just see, like, some of these costs are really high for the flip side. Because it's going to be pretty late game when you do that, but... Beamtown Beatstick. 1 red, equipped creature gets +1/+0 and has Menace. When equipped creature deals combat damage to a player or battle, create a token. Equip 2. That's a good popper card. Equip 2's not that hard. I mean, that's pretty low. It only costs 1. +1/+0 and Menace, and then dealing damage to a player or a battle. Like, free treasure token. Yeah, that's a good popper card. Furnace, Host Charger, 5/6. Costs 6. Haste, Mountain Cycling 2. Well, we got 3 Progenitor Exarchs. So, yeah. Well, we almost got to play a set of Progenitor Exarchs. Whether or not we'll ever use them, who knows. Alright, so I think what I go to Dex. I go to Collection. I think it shows all the things I recently got. These are all the white ones. Black ones, right there. Hoarding Broodlord. Kind of like Broodmother? 5, 6, 7, 8. That's expensive. Convoke. Okay. 7/6. Flying. When Hoarding Broodlord enters the battlefield, search your library for a card, exile it face down, then shuffle. For as long as that card remains exiled, you may play it. Spells you cast from exile have Convoke. Okay. Search your library for a card. So it, yeah. For as long as that card remains exiled. So they could kill the Broodlord and you can still play it. But if they killed the Broodlord, it no longer has Convoke. You can no longer use Convoke. But you can still cast it. I see this as a playable card. The fact that it has Convoke, it's a search on a stick, and then it also makes that card reduce cost with because it gives Convoke. I see this as a playable. Like, I know it's 8 mana, but a 7/6 flyer that has whatchamacallit, a search, put a card basically into your hand. It doesn't it's not even in your hand, it's in exile, so they can't steal it from your hand. Even if the creature dies, you can still cast it, and as long as the creature stays on the battlefield, it reduces the cost if you have creatures to tap. I see, and it grabs anything. I see this seems like this could do something. I mean, obviously I see this as this is a commander card. And this is going to be a commander card, no doubt. But I could see this doing some other work. Which we got? Love these alternate art. Zada, Hedron Grinder. This is from Return to Zendikar. I have, the Return. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets... oh, this is only an uncommon, though. This was a rare originally. Targets only Zada, Hedron Grinder. Copy that spell for each other creature you control that spell could target. Each copy targets a different one of those creatures. Oh, so they've reset the... they bumped this down to uncommon. This wasn't a bad rare, to be honest. Because they would allow you to, if you used a pump spell, you could use like a giant growth, and it turned into an overrun. Well, except trample. But yeah, you just use giant growth and everybody... Yeah. Just copy... and it only works for you. So... Yeah. The only thing was is if it... I would have preferred it cost like 3 mana. But it's still a pretty good card. Unfortunately, I don't think it really saw any play. But yeah, allowing it to turn into... I'm surprised that you don't see this as a 1 or... like, having 2 of these in the... That's why it cost 4. If it cost 3, I could see it as playable in the deck that is the pump deck. Because it would just... It would just allow any of the go wide decks... or any of the decks that have like 2 or 3 creatures out to just... You just target the Zada and it pumps... You just pump everything. Every pump spell turns into target everybody spell. Seal from Existence. I've seen this played already. 3 mana, ward 3. When it enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls until Seal from Existence leaves the battlefield. The fact this has ward 3 is, yeah. I think it's probably one of the best ones, other than the ones that have flash. So, the ward 3, yeah, taxing 3 to target and destroy it is pretty heavy attacks. Flywheel Racer, 2 mana, Vigilance, tap adamant of any color, activate only if Flywheel Racer is a creature. Crew 1. Huh? I don't like that. Why does it... It should just be a man... Dude, if this was a mana rock, like, make it a crew 2 or something. But if this was a vigilant mana rock, if it costs 2 like most mana rocks, maybe you should, if it tapped for colorless. But if it was a mana rock that tapped, right, and then it had crew 1, like, that would probably be one of the, like, a really good mana rock. But only tap if it's... Activate only if it's a creature. You just have to tap several creatures. It's like tapping a creature. It's kind of like... I guess it kind of works like... there's an artifact that says tap and tap target creature. You control, add a mana of any color. Springleaf Drum. So it kind of works like that. You tap a 1/1 creature and then turn this into a creature. Then you tap it. So the same amount of creatures and stuff get tapped. You just do it in a different order. Stoke the Flames, Convoke. This is a very playable card. 4 damage, any target with Convoke. Serpent. I think these were like in the starter deck, and they were only in the starter deck. And I think the red starter deck got bought out because this was actually a playable. The only place you could get them was in the starter deck, and they were like a very playable card in the red burn deck. And that was the only place they had them until the next set came out. So the red starter deck was bought out completely because Wizards didn't think. The fact that you would put cards you could only find in the starter decks... Like, I know they purposely power down the commanders. I'm not the commanders, the planeswalkers they put in there. But you would think if you're gonna purposely put cards in there that are only in there, that no other set's gonna, like, they're not gonna be anywhere else, and that's the first time they're gonna be printed in there, they're new cards or something, you know, you might accidentally print a decent card or something that someone's gonna need, and it's gonna cause, like, they try to make those things only for new players, and then if they make new cards in there, you might accidentally make a decent card, and then everyone's gonna want it, not just new players. Don't do that. Make it just reprints that are, like, partially decent. Serpent Blade Assailant, 2 and a green. Backup 1. Oh, that's what a backup ability is. When this creature enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. So that's what backup is. So backup, that's the keyword. So that's what I can't remember what the other one said, but it said if it has a backup ability, either trigger it again or something. Whenever this creature enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. If this is another creature, it also gains the abilities printed below. So if it gives it to another creature, it gets Death Touch. Otherwise, put the 1/1 counter on this creature. War Historian. Human monk. That doesn't look like a human. It looks kind of like a merfolk. Like the ones from Ixalan. Reach. War Historian has indestructible as long as it's attacked a battle. It's weird. That's what's attacked a battle this turn. Okay, attacked a battle. This is past tense, so as long as attacked or attacking. So if I tap it and say I'm attacking, if I'm attacking that battle right there, does that mean that means it automatically gets indestructible, right? Because it's already attacked it. Once it's tapped and declared as an attacker, that means it's attacked it. I'm pretty sure. I'd have to test that out. I'm not. But attacking, if it's blocked or blocking, the ing is a thing. So I don't know. All right, let's see what the rare is. Monastery Mentor. Oh, Monastery Mentor got a reprint. Prowess. When you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 white monk creature token with prowess. All right. Interesting. So. Alright, another Wrath. Alright, we just got a Mythic 2. A Mythic wild card, that is. So another Wrath, Weatherlight Steward. We already got that. Merciless Repurposing. 4 black, exile target creature, incubate 3. Don't think that's going to be playable anywhere. If it cost 4, I think it might be playable somewhere. Iridescent Blade Master, Elf Warrior, 1 in a green, 2/2, gets +2/+2 if you pay 4. Another Invasion of Zendikar. I wish I could see this being played in my commander deck if the flip side wasn't a 4/4 but a star for how many lands you controlled. Because my commander deck likes getting a lot of lands out. The Vigilance Haste, but if it was, at the very least, if it was like 4 toughness and star for how much attack is, even, like star, and how much its power is equal to your amount of your lands. But it's just being a 4/4 that, I guess it taps for mana, so it's also an accelerant. And it's only 3, so you only have to do 3 damage. It would be interesting to try and use it in my commander deck. Moment of Truth. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of those into your hand, 1 into your graveyard, and 1 in the bottom of your library. There's some ducks. There's some decks that can utilize that. Alabaster Host Intercessor. Damn. 6 mana, Phyrexian Samurai. When it enters the battlefield, exile target creature an opponent controls until end. Alabaster Host Intercessor, damn, that is a mouthful. Leaves the battlefield. Plane cycle 2. So it looks like they have a set of like cycling for land. They had mountain cycling 2, plane cycling 2. I wonder if they have one for each color. Seed of Hope. Instant. Mill 2 cards. You may put a permanent card from among the milled cards into your hand. You gain 2 life. You mill 2 cards. You may put a permanent card from among the milled cards into your hand. Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be graveyard. I was going to say this is just a better Pulse of Marasa, but it only allows the milled cards. It's interesting that it's a picture of what's his name? I was thinking it should be the green elf lady. I can't remember any names at the moment, but it should be like the green elf lady or something. But I guess whatever part of the story. It's just weird seeing him on a green card. Normally he's on blue cards. If only this said mill 2 cards, put a permanent card from a card in your graveyard into your hand. Oh my god. It would be a better Pulse of Marasa. Well, Pulse of Marasa gives you 6 life. But it costs 3. Oh, Mythic. I really need rares, to be fair. Rana, Shieldred's Faithful. 1 blue, black, black. Legendary creature, human wizard. Whenever you cast an instant resource spell, each opponent loses 1 life. You may cast Rona, Shieldred's Faithful from your graveyard by discarding 2 cards in addition to paying its other cost. Oh. I don't know how to feel about that. This one I've seen. I wondered if it's gonna be if it's gonna see any play, but I kind of don't think so. Well, you know, I don't know. This one might see play. Blue, basically because you're probably gonna only pay 3. Transform it. When this transforms into completed conjure, exile the top card of your library. Till the end of your next turn, you may play that card. It doesn't have haste or anything, but the fact that it costs 3 to get you a 3/3, basically just cost you 3 mana to get a 3/3. You know, you play it turn 1. Play this turn 1 in a red-blue deck. Turn 2, you can play whatever else. You know, you can play your impulses, you can play your burn spells, you can play your, you know, you can play your hasty 2-drop flyer, whatever. You know, and then turn 3, you can sit back. The problem is it's activate as a sorcery. If it wasn't activate as a sorcery, then it would be very playable because you could sit back and burn something, kill something, counter something if need be, and then transform it at the end step. Order of the Mirror. 1 in a blue, transform Order of the Mirror, activate as a sorcery. Order of the Alabaster Host. I love that art though. The Phyrexian Knight. When Order of the Alabaster Host becomes blocked by a creature, that creature gets -1/-1 till end of turn. I won't lie, that looks like an interesting pauper card. I don't know about the mana though. Herbology Instructor, we already have that. Zalfiran Shapecraft. Target creature has base power and toughness 4/3 till end of turn. Draw a card. Ooh. I see that as very playable. Especially in pauper. Corrupted Conviction. As an addition to cast a spell, sack a creature, draw 2 cards. Just 1 black. So this is Village Rites, right? It's just another Village Rites. I think Village Rites is the same. Yeah. City on Fire. 5, 6, 7, 8. Damn. Convoke. If a source you control would deal damage to a permanent art player, deals triple that damage instead. Damn! That's commander card. Yargle, Glutton of Urborg. I love that art. Frog Spirit, 9/3 for 5. He's fun being commander. Just putting some equipment on him and chucking a 9/3 at people's face. Pile on, 3/4 instant. I don't know why I did that. My bad. Convoke, destroy target creature or planeswalkers avail to pile on. Why does it cost 4? I guess it's got Convoke. Destroy target creature, planeswalkers avail to look at the top 2 cards of your library. Put any number of them into your graveyard. And the rest of the top of your library. I can see it being playable. Jungle Hollow. It's just a land, in case anyone doesn't know. Same thing as the Crag or Scrag. Green black, enters tapped, gain a life. They have one of those for each color combination. Mirrodin Avenge, destroy target creature that was dealt damage this turn, draw a card. I've seen this one before. Oh my gosh, he's got Elspeth's Head. I know Karn can be very powerful, and he's murdered and killed a lot of people, like, by accident. Like, that's why he's so peaceful. I know he's very powerful. Very powerful. But damn, he's just got her head ripped off. Mirrodin Avenged. Destroy target creature that was dealt damage this turn. Draw a card. I see this as a decent pauper card, because it's a, like, you use a 1/1 to block something. You know, you use something, use this card. It requires you to basically, it's like sacrifice a creature to destroy target creature. But it also, the fact that you get to draw a card. The draw a card kill spell is pretty, and the fact that the cost is so low, I see it as yeah. It needs to be dealt damage though, so you can't like put a zero damage dealer, zero power creature in front of it. Serpent Blade Assailant, backup 1, Death Touch 2/1. Invasion of Pyrulia. I have no idea what Pyrulia is. This a new world, or is this an old world? When Invasion of Pyrulia enters the battlefield, scry 3. I wonder if they were giving us some show of the future, but I might not know the name of some of the worlds that we haven't visited, that we visited recently. Is this the world of the giant beasts with humans? When Invasion of Pyrulia enters the battlefield, scry 3. Then reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land or double face card, draw a card. See, this is a decently cost one since it's sorcery speed. Green, blue, scry 3. Then if it's a land, basically, you know, I don't know. Basically, it's used for getting land, but. And then flip it for trample, ward 2, 4/4. Other transformed permanents you control have trample and ward 2. Gargantuan Slabhorn. That is a weird looking creature. We've already seen that. Yargle. I like that art on Yargle. I might have to go and try and get one of those. And then an uncommon. Hey, got an uncommon. I don't know how this happened. Shouldn't these be on the same cycle? I don't know how I accidentally, you know, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It must have originally not, like, it must have originally required you to get more. It must have been more packs to get rares or something. Because for some reason they're off. Because if I originally started opening them, they should be at the exact same. Unless you're somehow able to get, like, fill them up without opening packs. Alright, another Hide Tsugu in Kairi, so we got an extra rare, that's cool. Tangled Skyline, 4 and a green. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 5 life and incubate 5. Damn. Phyrexians you control have reach. Okay. Another one of those enter battlefield, gain a life. Lands. Furtive Analyst, 2 and a blue, 2 tap, draw a card, then discard a card. This is a different one. This is another red one. Artifact equipment. Mirror and Bone Splitter, 1 red, flash, enters the battlefield, attaches to target creature you control. Equipped creature gets +2/+0, equip 3. Wasn't the other... I wonder what the other one was called. So we have 2... so we have 2 red, 1-drop artifacts. I think the other one's probably better. The treasure tokens. Now this one obviously equips right away. And has flash. So, I don't know. Different uses. The other one gives you a treasure token. Oh, that's scary. That kind of looks like the remake, that guy's head out like that. Ugh. Looks like, what is it? The remake of Lost in Space. There's the doctor turns into this spider thing, and he's got this long, nasty, creepy neck and stuff. Ugh. Phyrexian Sensor. Yeah, his neck and head look exactly like that. Creeped him out as a kid. 2 and a white. Each player can't cast more than one non-Phyrexian. Each player can't cast more than one non-Phyrexian spell each turn. Non-Phyrexian creatures enter the battlefield tapped. Interesting. Tarkir Dune Shaper, Dog Warrior. 4 and a white, transform it into a 4/3 trampler. Pay 2 or green. This might actually be a decent pauper. Pay 4 mana, turn a 1/2 into a 4/3 trampler. Because you're just going to pay 2 life. Otherwise, yeah. I think this is a good pauper card. So it's a 1-2 for 1, basically, but then later on in the game, you pay the 4 and you turn it into a 4th. Because it's, I won't say it's hard, but having something that early game is a cheap, easy creature to get out and can get you damage and has a decent sized butt, and then you can make it bigger late game, or if you draw it late game, you can just transform it into a bigger creature, because otherwise it just turns into a 4/3 for 5 mana basically in 2 life. I think that's a good pauper card. Ooh, what is this? Yeah. Aurelia the War Leader. This is a commander card. A lot of people, I think, use this one for commander. If this is the reprint of the one I'm thinking of. 2 red, white, legendary creature angel, flying, vigilance, haste. When Aurelia the War Leader attacks for the first time each turn, untap all creatures you control. After this phase, there's an additional combat phase. Yep, it's the one I'm thinking about. Yeah, so this set has tons of reprints, it would seem. Inga Ruinize, 4 mana. When it enters the battlefield, scry 3. When Inga dies, draw 3 cards if 3 or more creatures die this turn. So is it meant to be like part of a control deck? And like you wrath the field? I mean, I'm trying to think of any other kind of decks where they like you kill a lot of creatures in one turn, but you play her so you can block, you can scry with her, and then you can rat the field and get a bonus off of everything dying. Invasion of Amonkhet. When Invasion of Amonkhet enters the battlefield, each player mills 3 cards. Then each opponent discards a card, and you draw a card. You may have Lazotep Convert. Lazotep Convert enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature card in graveyard, except it's a 4/4 black zombie, addition to its other colors and types. Blight Reaper Thalid. Fungus, 2 mana, transform Blight Reaper. When this creature transforms into a Blight Reaper Thalid or dies, create a 1/1 green Phyrexian Saproling creature token. This might be playable. Core Hellbrid. I like that one. Meeting of the Minds. 4 mana, convoke, draw 2 cards. Glistening Dawn. 4 mana. Incubate X twice, where X is the number of lands you control. Incubate X twice. Okay, so you get 2 tokens. I was trying to figure this out. So you get 2 tokens with X/1/1 counters. Okay, where X is the number of lands. This wouldn't be bad in my deck. My Windgrace deck. Because you easily get, 10, 11, 12 lands. And for 4 mana, I could get 2 11/11s. Okay. This one's is one I have no idea. Dina Soul Steeper, black green, legendary creature, dryad druid. Whenever you gain a life, each opponent loses a life. Okay. Oh, okay, not 1 for 1, but whenever you just gain, opponent loses 1. Sacrifice another creature. Dina Soul Steeper gets +X+O till end of turn, where X is the sacrificed creature's power. Invasion of Dominaria. When Invasion Dominaria enters the battlefield, you gain 4 life and you draw a card, and then 5 damage to it gives you a Flying Vigilance 4/4 Angel. 4 life and draw a card is not terrible. For 3. I wonder if blue-white control decks use it. Deadly Derision. 2 black, destroy target creature or planeswalker, create a treasure token, so it kind of costs 3. Invasion of Eldraine. A 3 and a black. Battle Siege. When Invasion of Eldraine enters the battlefield, target opponent discards 2 cards. Beginning of each opponent's upkeep, if that player has 2 or fewer cards in hand, Prickle Fairy deals 2 damage to them. Hey, that would do all right in my green-black elf discard deck. I can't remember the name, but it's the Elf Lord, the legendary elf that makes you discard, and every time someone discards, you get a 1/1 elf token. Yeah, whenever an opponent discards, you get a 1/1 elf token. Hanger Scrounger, backup 1. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. 2/1 for 2 in a red. Nah. Thrashing Frontliner, 1 in a red. Trample. When Thrashing Frontliner attacks a battle, it gets +1/+1. Gets +1/+1 till end of turn. It's just weird when it says attacks a battle. It should be like in a battle or something, but I know, like, it's just weird. Another land. Sunfall, 3 white. Exile all creatures, incubate X, where X is the number of creatures exiled this way. Ooh. That seems good. I'm surprised I haven't been seeing that one. Doomscour still seems like it's... Doomscour's not standard anymore, though, but I'm going to be seeing it in a lot of areas. But that one seems pretty good, because it's going to leave you behind basically a token creature. There was one, Phyrexian Rebirth is similar to that one, except it costs 6, and you don't have to pay to activate. Yeah, you don't have. So you get destroy all creatures. You get an XX token where X is the number of creatures destroyed this way. Phyrexian Rebirth, 6 mana. So, but the fact that it costs 1 less is nice. I mean, paying 2 to have to activate it, it's not that hard bar, because if you got 5 mana, you're okay. And you can still leave up mana for counter spells or kill spells or whatever. So, and it doesn't require mana of a certain type. Rampaging Raptor. Rampaging Raptor. 4 mana. Trample Haste, 3 mana to give it +2/+0 till end of turn, so not quite fire breathing. When it deals combat damage to an opponent, it deals that much damage to target planeswalker that player controls or battle that player protects. Okay. Uncommon wild card. I see this. This looks like a good Dino. Trample Haste is pretty powerful. Sculpted Perfection, 4 mana, 2 white, black. That art I like. It really reminds me of older art, like old Dominaria art. To be fair, really cool. I like it. When Sculpted Perfection enters the battlefield, incubate 2 Phyrexians you control. Get +1/+1. Ooh, it's an enchantment. Not a lord, but anthem. Meeting of the Minds, Burning Sun's Fury. Ooh, oh, cool. We got the alternate art Luris of the Dream Den. I played. I played this in Historic. Yeah, Explorer. I played it in Standard when it was legal, but then yeah, I used this in Historic for my Rogue deck. So I love that art. That's so cool. Love it. Love it. Love it. Double rare pack. Awesome. Well, we're down to 6. Now 5. Another Dina Soul Steeper. Tiller of Flesh. 3 and a white. Phyrexian Knight. When you cast a spell that targets one or more permanents, incubate 2. It cost 4 though. I mean, they're just not going to see play in decks because of those costs. Aki Scrap Chomper. 1 in red, tap, sack, an artifact or land, draw a card. Okay. I wonder if that'll see play in the artifact sack deck. Just because it lets you draw cards. I don't know. I see, draw cards is good. Lorwyn, Invasion of Lorwyn. Oh no, not Lorwyn. Lorwyn's one of my favorites. That's actually one of the sets. Lorwyn's the set I came in and started playing Magic. 4, 5, 6 mana for black, green. When it enters the battlefield, destroy target non-elf creature an opponent controls with power X or less, where X is the number of lands you control. Okay, that works well in my commander deck. Winnowing forces power and toughness are equal to the number of lands you control. See, this... why is it equal to the number... Why isn't it like an elf thing? Well, I guess the set doesn't have elves. This would go alright in my Windgrace deck, but at the cost, I don't know. But then just the flip side of on the flip side of getting the that star, now you get like destroy their creature, smack it with like a dragon or something flying, or deal some damage to it. Because I have quite a few spells that like deal X damage to each permanent or something like that. And then or destroy each permanent. Wait, do I get it if I destroy the permanent? I don't know. I have to check that. I know you can deal the damage, but if I destroy the permanent, does it flip over and come to me, or do if I just deal the damage? I wonder. I wonder if I destroy target permanent, if it goes to the graveyard or if it comes to me. If it flips over. Actually, maybe it'll explain it on the card. Chart that enters the battlefield with defense counters. As a siege battle enters, your opponent will be chosen to protect it while you can attack it. Damage removes defense counters, and the last counter is removed, exile, and then cast it transformed. So I'm assuming if you destroy it with a destroy target permanent, you have to deal. So you can use burn spells and you can attack it. So it works like a planeswalker. So I'm assuming destroying it makes it go to the graveyard. It doesn't come back to you. Wary Thespian, Cat Druid. When Wary Thespian enters the battlefield or dies, surveil 1. Pyretic Prankster. 1 red, 2/1, and then 3 in a Phyrexian black. Transform it to sorcery speed. When Glistening Goremonger dies, each opponent sacks an artifact or creature. I could possibly see this as a pauper card just because of the death effect. Sacking an artifact or creature. Oh, she got transformed. She was from Eldraine, right? Ayara, Widow of the Realm, legendary creature, Elf Noble. Sacrifice another creature or artifact. Ayara, Widow of the Realm deals, excuse me, deals X damage to target opponent or battle, and you gain X life, where X is the sacrifice permanent's mana value. 5 and red for Phyrexian mana. Sacrifice another creature or artifact. She deals X damage to target opponent or battle. You gain X life, or X sacrifice permanent's mana value. Okay, CMC. Then 5 and red for Phyrexian. Transform. At the beginning of combat on your turn, return up to one target artifact creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste. Exile it at the beginning of the next end step. So basically, it gives Unearth. Well, she got Phyrexianized. Interesting. Another Inga invasion of Mercadia. I love like the battleships and stuff coming in. When invasion of Mercadia enters the battlefield, you may discard a card. If you do, draw 2 cards. I see that as playable. A lot of red decks use stuff like that anyways. 2 in a red. It depends on the red deck, but 2 in a red, tap, discard a card. Create 2 and 1 blue and red elemental creature tokens. Creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain haste till end of turn. Yeah, I see that. A blue, like if you had playing like a blue-red or blue-red-black control deck. I see this as being playable. In fact, Defector, Phyrexian Knight, 5 mana. When it dies, incubate 3, 4/3. Yeah. Ral's Enforcements. Oh, Ral's here. Ral's Eric. 2 mana, create 2 1/1 blue and red elemental creature tokens. No haste? No, they're just token production for 2 mana. Placid Rotten Tail. Fungus Rabbit. That looks so like Alice in Wonderland kind of. Vigilance 1/1 for 1. Placid Rotten Tail from exile. Placid Rotten Tail from your graveyard. Put 2 1/1 counters on target creature. Activate only as a sorcery. That actually might be an interesting. That's a good popper card, I think. A 1/1 for 1 with Vigilance, and then for 3 mana, you get to put 2 1/1 counters on it from your graveyard 1 instead. Seraph of New Capenna. 2 and a white, flying for 5 mana. Transform Seraph of New Capenna. Flying when Seraph of New Phyrexia attacks. You may sacrifice another creature or artifact. If you do, Seraph of New Phyrexia gets +2/+1 until end of turn. If it was a 2-drop, even at 5 mana conversion, it would really be 4. If it was a 2-drop, I could see it being playable. But these 3-drops, it being a 3-drop instead of a 2-drop. 4 mana, Vigilance. When a new coalition enters battlefield, create a 2/2 white and blue knight creature token with Vigilance. Zephyr Singer, 4 mana, 3/4 convoke, flying, Vigilance. When Zephyr Singer enters the battlefield, put a flying counter on each creature that convoked it. That would be interesting in a non-flying deck, where you just give everything flying. As it's... I could actually see this in my... I have blue-white flyers deck that plays a whole bunch of 1-drop flyers. So I can play the 7-drop Angel that you tap 4 flyers and pay a white, and you get it, and it gives like all flying creatures indestructible. But since this has Convoke, creature can help cast a spell. Each creature you tap while casting the spell pays for 1 colorless or 1 mana of that creature's color. So, yeah. So basically, I could tap a whole bunch of I mean, they all have flying anyways, so that part doesn't matter. But getting a 3/4 for, like 2 mana. Or I could just, just help me get more creatures on the field. You know, I could have 2 1-drops and 2 mana. You know, I could have a blue drop and a white drop and 2 mana, and I could still play this. I could get a 3/4 for basically 2 mana. I wouldn't be able to attack that turn, but I could. Yeah, this is a good card. I want 4 of these. I want to try it out. I wish I had gotten more of these guys. I think that was everything. We got quite a few new commons and uncommons on that wall. Ooh, Squee the Immortal. I thought I had some of these, but I must have. I love that art. I love all the death, all the skulls. You may cast Squee the Immortal from your graveyard or from exile. Yeah, he just keeps coming back. There's got to be a fun sack deck or something with him. Omen Hawker. I really want to make a deck with Squee. Omen Hawker, 1/1 for 1. Tap, add colorless and blue. Spend this mana only to activate abilities. That actually seems really good. There's got to be a deck that could use this. The fact that it taps for 2 mana, but it only does it for abilities, there's got to be something that can take advantage of that. Tidal Terror, 6 mana. When it attacks, you may tap 2 additional. You may tap 2 other untapped creatures you control. If you do, Tidal Terror can't be blocked this turn. This is part of the cycling, the land cycling series, so it's got island cycling 2. This might be a good popper card. There's no way to reduce the cost, but a 5/6 for 6 in blue, which doesn't have. Well, it does have. Yeah, it doesn't have many big creatures for. No, there's probably other. Well, like Artifact has the Serpent. There's a Serpent out there that has reduction in cost for artifacts, but it also may tap 2 other. You can make it unblockable by tapping 2 creatures. It also has island cycling for 2, so early on, you can get land. Another Mirrodin's Avenged. I love that art. He just ripped her head off. Iridescent Blade Master. We've already seen that. Copper Host Crusher, 6, 7, 8, 8 for 8, trample and hexproof. Yummy. Phyrexian Bear Rhino. They're making some interesting combos. Aerial Boost, Convoke, target creature gets +2/+2 and gains flying until end of turn. Invasion of Ravnica, Mythic. 5 colorless. When Invasion of Ravnica enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent opponent controls that isn't exactly 2 colors. So 1 color or more, but not 2 colors. Whenever you cast a spell that's exactly 2 colors, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You reveal a card that's exactly 2 colors from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest at the bottom of your library in a random order. Interesting. Interesting. I can see that. Interesting. Oh, no! They got Atali! No! They got my Spinosaur. Damn it. Legendary creature, Elder Dinosaur. Trample. When this card enters the battlefield, each player exiles card from the top of their library until they exile a non-land card. You may cast any number of spells from among the non-land cards exiled this way without paying their mana cost. So you get it on ETB instead of attack. And then transform. I don't want to transform it. I don't want to be a Phyrexian. It costs 10. 9 and Phyrexian black? Phyrexian green. Trample, indestructible, 11/11. When this card deals combat damage to a player, they get that many poison counters. Okay, maybe I do want to. Maybe I do want to flip it. So we got 2 rares in this set. This pack, nice. Copper Host Crusher, 6, 7, 8. We know that one. Eyes of Cataxius. Well, it's obviously not going to be as good as the Cataxian Probe. 2 in a blue, incubate 3, draw a card for sorcery. Not good at all. Hollow Hopper, 3 mana for Convoke. Convoke 3/2. This could go because this has Convoke for 3/2 for 3. This is going. Yeah, this is definitely going in Pauper I gotta get me 4 of these. This is going in Pauper. I'm not a huge fan of the art. It doesn't look terrible. I mean, it looks okay, but I would have... I don't know. I'd like something else. Something. I don't know. Something about the art, just the card and the art. Maybe I'd like a full art version or something. But anyways, it's going in the artifact Paupers. I mean, they had 2 7-cost Convoke or Affinity for artifacts. But the fact that it has Convoke, I think it'll be fine. I definitely think this will probably play as an artifact very well. What did the other one? The other one didn't have affinity for artifacts. No, I think it did. I think they had 2 7-drops for affinity for artifacts that were 4/4s. But I think that one will probably see play because they have a lot of cheap artifacts or cheap artifact creatures and stuff. And it doesn't require to be artifacts, but it's an artifact. You know, you could tap 2 creatures and 1 mana or 2 mana in a creature. I see this possibly as a Pauper card. Bolonian War Anthem. Invasion of Belenon. Have we been to Belenon yet? I don't know. I don't think so. Well, the thing is I don't know. I didn't play in a lot of the old Magic, so I don't know some of the planes that we might have been to. When Invasion of Belenon enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 white and blue knight creature token with vigilance. Creatures you control get +1/+1. I wonder why it's white and blue. I don't see this being very playable. Unless you have flyers or something. Just to get the Anthem, it requires 5 damage. You have to attack it 3 times just with a token. The Vengent Earth. 1 into green, instant target creature or land you control becomes a 4/4 elemental creature with haste in addition to its other types. Until end of turn, it must be blocked this turn if able. I like this. I see that as playable. Ooh, hello. Arixmethus, Slumbering Isle. Okay, I know what this is. This was from Commander set, wasn't it? It was from a Commander deck. I actually used to have one of these. I traded it not by accident, but I traded it. It was in... What was it in? I think it was in the enchantment deck. Enters the battlefield tapped with 5 slumber counters. As long as it has slumber counter, it's a land. Whenever you cast a spell, you may remove a slumber counter. Tap green blue. So what is this good for? I mean this is in Phyrexia and March. I mean this is in March of the Machine, so this isn't standard then, right? Emery, Larger of the Lock. Oh, that's a cool alternate art. I want that art. I want that alternate art. Yes, this is a good card. I think I have a couple of these, but I don't know. I don't know why I did that. But anyways, yep, this is a good one. The spell costs 1 less for each artifact you control, so it has affinity for artifacts. Or basically, kind of. Yeah, 1 generic. When it enters the battlefield, mill 4 cards, and then tap, choose target artifact card in your graveyard. You may cast this card this turn. Cast that card. So we got 2 rares this turn. Nice. Boonbringer Valkyrie. 5 mana, 4/4. Backup 1. Flying for a strike. Lifelink. I don't think that's going to see much play. I guess it can come in as a 5/5. And it can also give another creature flying for a strike. Lifelink with a 1/1 counter. It'd be interesting to see. Golden Scale Aeronaut. And that. Expedition Lookout. 1 and a blue. Merfolk Rogue. Defender. As long as opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, Expedition Lookout can attack as though it didn't have Defender, and it can't be blocked. Ooh, it's not bad. Be interesting Pauper card. Final Flourish. 1 and a black. Kicker. Sack an artifact. Creature. Target creature gets -2/2 till end of turn. If this spell was kicked, Creature gets neg 6 till end of turn instead. I think that could be a good popper card. Neg 6 to sack an artifact or a creature for 2 mana. I mean, we do have like Splinter Bone. We have Bone Splinter, which is 1 black. But is that a sorcery or instant? But this doesn't require... So, for 2 mana, you can do neg 2. But Bone Splinter is either 1 black or 5 mana. So this is kind of the kicker cost. This is 2 modes. So it's only ever going to cost you 2 mana. And then if you want to do more, do more negs to the creature, you sack something. I think this is probably better than Bone Splinter, but I don't know if it's sorcery or instant Bone Splinter. I can't remember. There might be a better version of something out there, but the neg 2 for 2 isn't terrible. And then being able to sack an artifact and give neg 6 isn't bad either. So I could definitely see this being played. It gets around indestructible. There's very few things in Pauper that probably are bigger in the defense than neg 6. It gets things like, the 6/6 trampler for 6 dino. It gets a lot of things. It gets the horror, the 4/4 horror thing. Traxxas Fall. Destroy target artifact, battle, enchantment, or creature with flying. Okay. It can destroy 4 things. I'll take it. They're just going to keep stamping more things. Before, it was like destroy target artifact or enchantment. Destroy target artifact or enchantment or creature with flying. Destroy target battle, artifact, enchantment, creature. I love how they just keep stamping more things. Eventually, you'll never be able to play... Like, eventually it'll have like 8 things stamped on there. Like utility wise, like 8 utility, and you'll never just be able to naturalize will never be playable again. There's like 3 cards now that are just better than naturalize because they're naturalized with an additional mode on them, so I think I do have Emery. That's why it doesn't say first. This is the first copy of that version of it. All right, last one we're gonna do. I know, I got more packs down there. Actually, I didn't realize I had one more. I'll probably buy, I don't know what I'll buy. I'll probably buy another Phyrexian. March of the Machine. Another Zada-Hedron Grinder. Phyrexian Archivist. 6 mana, 4/5, reach to tap, put target card from a graveyard on the bottom of its owner's library. Halo Forager. I love that art, by the way. 2 blue-black creature, fairy rogue, flying for a 3/1. When Halo Forager enters the battlefield, you may pay X. When you do, you may cast target instant sorcery card without card with mana value X from a graveyard without paying its mana cost. That spell would be put into graveyard. Exile it instead. Definitely not part of the fairy rogue plan. It's an interesting card though. Chomping Kavu, 3 in a green, 3/3 backup 1. This creature can be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Tranquil Cove. Heliod, the Radiant Dawn, legendary enchantment creature god. 4 mana. Heliod, the Radiant Dawn enters the battlefield. Return target enchantment card that isn't a god from a graveyard to your hand. I could use that for my enchantment deck. 3 and a blue. Transform Heliod, Radiant Dawn. Oh no. Heliod, the Warped Eclipse. And it has a shit ton of words. Yeah. Phyrexian god something. You may cast spells as though they had flash. Spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each card you and your opponents have drawn this turn. Huh. Interesting. They no longer have indestructible, the gods. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, well, I don't think that Heod's going to be any use to me, but let's see what we got. We got 5 mythic rares, 3 rares. We only got 3 rares. 22 uncommons, 19 commons. So, I mean, we buffed up that a little bit. But we still have 10 Marching Machine, 13 Phyrexian, will be 1. These are the mythic packs. 3 Innistrad. We got several packs going that way. We got a gold pack. Before we go, though, I probably will buy... in the next video, we'll probably open up the mythic ones. I'm going to buy one more... let's see here. Let's just buy one more... just buy one more pack. Let's get the coinage. Alright, well, that's that pack opening. I got some interesting cards. I got some cards that I think I wanted and can use. It'll be interesting. I'm really looking, obviously, for, you know, rare slots and stuff like that. But, yeah, we'll see. I'll see you guys later. I'm probably going to do another pack opening in a little bit. So that'll be another video. See you guys later. Bye-bye.